Hello and welcome to the hopefully final part of the ukulele build where we're doing something different today. That's not true. We're Dremeling without the battery, and then we bought a sander which I have hastily taped a bag onto because, well, why not? So I bought a Milwaukee sander. I got music so then I can actually listen to something while I do this. But I don't think I'm gonna talk much throughout this one of me sanding and everything and dremeling. I'm just gonna do, and then once I get to the point where I'm sanding, I'll talk about it a little bit, and we'll go from there. So we're gonna cut this way down. Hopefully, it also helps if you put the battery in the right way. So let's get going. I got Project Rock earbuds in, so then I have something to listen to at least. Should probably had my phone somewhere nearby though. All right, now we got my phone nearby, so then I can at least listen to something. And keep checking every once in a while. So let's get going. Spidey cam is going. Let's start with this bit. I think we'll need a 2. And I want to point out, we forgot the most important part, which somehow I forgot. Now we're safe, which is sexy. So now that we're safe, let's finish. Let's get going. Like I said, there's probably going to be no talking. I talked a lot in the last video and it went really long. So we're going to try talking less and doing more. So this looks terrible right now, but obviously the idea is we're cutting off the excess and then we're gonna sand. This is gonna be fun. I don't have any way to film this, honestly. Actually, I do. Let's stop using the Spidey cam, because I don't want to waste battery. But, let's do this. We're already at 1 bar. Oh no. Battery's dead. It's not perfect, but it's not terrible. I think with a bit of sanding here, I think we're good. So, let's break out the sander here. So, we got a sander, right? Takes batteries. This is not the battery I wanted to use, though. This is the battery I wanted to use. So I've never used this sander before, so this is going to be an experience. This is great. This sander works amazing. So, touch that up. It doesn't almost exist at this point. This looks pretty good, honestly. There's obviously some more that I gotta do, like a little bit more touch up, but we're getting there. I mean, this is turning out actually surprisingly good. The desk looks like shit though, but we're getting there. Also, the paper kind of started falling off weirdly. So, I can't adjust the camera, but we're going to take a break. This is going to be a little break for me at least, but you'll not see anything different. It's got some weird texture now, but... So, I keep saying we'll be back, even though it's the same video. This is going to be one long video again, but we're getting there at least. You know what? I feel like doing a little more. Now I think it's time to take a little break, but I think these edges, for the most part, a little touch-up, honestly, and some more glue in there And I think these are done. I can't really get in there yet, and I gotta get this with the Dremel more. A little bit more here, but we're getting there. So, we'll be taking a break. We'll come back. Well, I'll be coming back soonish with batteries charged. Helps to put the battery in, you know? Honestly, I think this is a lot better than I thought it would have been. So there's some holes and gaps that I have to fill, like, primarily around this. Actually, this side looks okay. Mainly the back. A little bit of wood putty in there. Baby, this is looking good, though. So I think what that really means is we can start cleaning this up. When I say cleaning this up, I mean I'm going to put the wood putty on in a house, not out in a studio here that's all dirty. So we're going to quickly do that. And then when I come back, I'll sand a little more after it's dry. And then, you know, we'll go on to the next part, which is staining, which is going to be fun. But we're getting there. So we got the wood putty on there. As you can see, it's not perfectly applied. So we're going to take the sander, give it a little sanding quick. And then this should be good. And then it's just staining, which I'm going to be doing another day, but it'll look like it's done. It's going to be done in the same video though. So let's get this taken care of. Alright, I think that's good. It's not perfect, but the stain will kind of cover up the imperfections that I have here. And it kind of made some of it like fall out. So I think that's pretty good. So next up is staining it, which you'll see soonish. When I say soonish, you're going to see it literally in a second or two. And we're back with some more stuff here. When I say we're back, I mean you didn't miss anything. I'm just working on some staining now, where we got our stain everything ready. So we're gonna move the camera down. There's gonna be a little cut. We're gonna move the camera down and you're gonna see me staining a little bit. I mean, there's not gonna be much staining done. This is way too big also for my stain thing, so I don't know how I'm gonna do this. This is also too big, but this is gonna be for the dark stain. So we'll see how this works. Alright, so we got everything here going to stain. Let's start with the lighter stain, because that's going to be the easier bit. We're doing the top here. So the idea is it's supposed to be this dark. I assume once it dries it'll look a little bit closer, hopefully. But I think this is turning out okay. There, you can still see the little areas where it bled through. Just a bit. But I think it adds character more than anything. So I'm actually really enjoying this. This is turning out pretty well. So this one's good. We'll go ahead and put this cover on here and get it all over myself, even in the process. Just wipe it over the sweatshirt. You gotta have a crappy sweatshirt. There we go. Wipe it all over that. Then cover this somewhat well. Put this down here where it can't get anything dirty. And then I want to do this, but I think I'll wait until I do the dark bits. So what I'm going to do is just hit it with another coat, because look at this compared to this. It's a big difference, so we'll wait with that. But I think we're on the right track. So next time you see it, we'll probably be doing the back, because I want to do the back next. But I wanted to get this so then I could get the ring in there. So see you in the next part, which will, when I say the next part, I mean the next bit where I'm here. So we'll be back soon. Alright, so we're back where this is darker than I was expecting, but that's okay. But that means I have to darken this too. So what we're going to do is we're going to do both right away. We're going to flip her over, hit the back, right? And then we're going to hit this a little bit. And if we use a little extra, that's okay, because I got the actual thing right here. So we'll start with this, and then we'll work on to the other thing. Then we'll work on the main body. We're back with a little bit more staining here. So some of it's not dry, as you can see, but there's parts of it that I need to do a little darker. It's not perfect, but I think it's relatively okay. I think this is the bottom. There you go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it a little stain, little stain in the parts that just need to be darkened a hair. And I've already broken my rule. This is way more than a little stain. That's okay though. As Bob Ross once said, no mistakes, just happy accidents. I feel like I need to get in here a little. So I'm once again not a professional stainer at all, as you can tell. This is probably not the best way to do any of this, but, you know. I'm happy that my head isn't blocking the shot, honestly. Of all the things that could happen, that'd be the one. And I'm not even looking at a photo anymore. I'm just going, at this point, it's not going to be perfect compared to the video game, and I understand that. As long as it looks cool. I mean, it's not as thin as I was hoping the lines were going to be. I mean, they expanded a little bit more than I expected. But, you know, that, you live and you learn, honestly. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. So, you just try to work with what you got. And this is what I got at this point. And it's not perfect once again, but it's pretty damn good in my opinion. That did not turn out at all. That's okay, but a little bigger than it's supposed to be. Everything's kind of a little bigger than it's supposed to be. I kind of went bigger, which was a mistake, but that's okay. It's supposed to look like lightning, but it ends up looking like dog shit. So that's pretty good, I think. I just want it to dry quicker, but I have no way to do that. The neck here is pretty much done, honestly. This just needs to dry a little bit too, because as you can see, it's a little wet still. Once this is dry, we'll drill the holes, put the neck on, glue, and then literally, it's just put this bit on, which I don't know what this bit's called, this bridge bit. This will get put on, and then it's pretty much just clear coat, and then put the metal bits here on. The metal bits here on, and then those, and we're done. Honestly, I don't even think you need those, but personally I'm gonna do it just because why not? So, tune in soon when we do more. I mean, stain's pretty much done at this point. I don't think there's gonna be any need to be redoing anything, so we'll see what happens. And we're back with some more ukulele build where I am wearing my leather jacket. This is the last one that's going to be filmed out here because it's so cold. I did it off the camera, but we drilled the holes. So the idea is going to put some glue in there, put some glue a little bit here, a little bit there, just put some glue on, honestly, and then we're going to be good to go. So let's start gluing this. We're going to start with some Q-tip glue. And I know what you're thinking, Damien, where are you going to put the glue? Well, you know, we're going to figure this out quickly here. So, it's going to be hard to see this part because honestly, there's no real good way to film it. And there's dirt and stuff all over the thing here, but we're going to just open up the glue bottle like this, right? Do that. That's what you want to start with here. Then you put it close like here, right? Then you take the Q-tip, right? Get a little bit on there. Probably too much right here, but you know, it's the thought that counts. Dab a little bit in there. Dab a little bit in here. Indirectly taking some other stuff out which is good. Then what I was going to do here is I was going to take this. This one's a little bit messed up, but that's okay. As long as I can get some glue on it. I don't foresee it being much of an issue. I didn't even get any glue on it. Still none. So, now my plan is to just take it over the hole. Just gently put some on here. Like that. Put it down for now, right? You got the hole. Now you put this on. Just like this. Gently get it in there. And then you got it on there. So that's pretty good, honestly. The glue will take some time to dry, but I don't think it's gonna go anywhere unless I make it go somewhere. But this one side, it's not as deep in. There we go. There we go. It's pretty good though. I think we're getting there. So this is it. This is the last part that's gonna be filmed here. So next part, you'll see me down some in my basement, honestly, where it's a little bit warmer, finishing this up. So when I say next part, I mean literally this next part of the video here. So that'll be cool, but we're getting there. Almost done. Just clear coat and the little bits that go here, the fret bits. So we're getting there. I'm excited. So see you in the next part. Well, the next part of the video.
Now we've got the good old string holder, the bridge thing, I don't know what you want to call it, now on the ukulele. So that looks cool. I went to photos at this point because it's so cold out now that it's not worth staying out in the studio and freezing to death, honestly. So we started with that, and then we went on to the next part, which is the actual getting the clear coat applied, which is pretty amazing to do as well. We started with the back here, as you can see at the back. That was the first coat. Then we got the second coat added on, which I know doesn't look too much different, but I just wanted you to see what was happening in not real time, but you know what I mean. And then we got the first thing, a clear coat on the front, which I think turned out beautiful, even though I think the little lines are a little bigger than they should have been. Or the little like squiggles, lightning bolts, but you know, that looks pretty good. Then we went on to the next part, which is another thing, a clear coat, which I wanted to do 2 coats just to be safe. I honestly probably didn't even need to do a clear coat at all, but I think that's important to have. And then we moved on to the next part, which was the installing the fret bars, as I'm calling them, because I wanted to make sure that they were installed afterwards. I don't know why I did it this way. It became a pain, honestly, but I think it was the best way to go overall. And then the tuning nuts were installed next, which was also not really, it was a lot easier than I expected it to be comparatively to the bars, which took forever because they were too big to fit in the thing because there was stain in there, and then the clear coat was in there, so that's okay though. And then finally we got the last part, which is the strings being added. Once again, in a photo, but still cool. So we finally completed this ukulele. It's great to finally have it done. I know it was supposed to come out in November, and I know it's December at this point, but you know, it got done eventually. And then the Halo Infinite Assault Rifle will be eventually done too. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and have a far off night. That's not the right thing, Damien. This is your normal YouTube channel. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to say have a far off night anyway, because why not? That's my catchphrase at this point.